Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our spotlight on Dubai. Couple of housekeeping items. First, we will be for the people who are here in person. We will be following this with a networking wine and cheese. So please join us in our lobby afterwards for some wine and cheese. But to get started today, we have, the other thing is that if you are parked in Dollar General's parking lot, you'll need to move your car to our back parking lot so that you don't get towed. And so to begin our session today, we have for our Spotlight in Dubai, sponsor is Shirley O'Brien, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her company.
Hi there.
Hi, Sue.
I'm Shirley. I'm super nervous because this is the first time I've ever done this, and I'm going from a other field into this. So I'm Shirley O'Brien. My company is Suncoast Spaces. I provide staging consultations, occupied home staging and decluttering for busy people who are moving or just need to get their life in order. Who doesn't need to do that, right? So my very affordable and highly effective staging consultations will arm your sellers with the info that they need to get their house ready. But what does it do for you guys? Your listings will look great. So potential buyers or sellers who are looking online first will notice your pictures and want to work with you. And you don't have to tell them the tough stuff, you know? I can do all that. Like, you can't just go in and say, you got to move all your crap. So
It doesn't work out too well when you do. I've done it before.
Exactly.
Don't suggest it.
And I focus on occupied home staging because anybody can go into, well, not anybody, not everybody has vision, but go into a beautiful oceanfront home and make it look great. For me, the challenge is working with somebody who's got a house full of crap that we want to make look great in the listing. And
That is a challenge.
like I should put my profile picture as I was in like a Tough Mudder, I'm just covered in mud, like, cause I'm not afraid to get down and dirty. Like that's the whole, like, so, looking forward to working with you guys. If you have any questions, come see me. I also am raffling off a $20 Starbucks card. If anybody wants to leave their business card. And then I can send you our newsletter and also I'm 30 plus years. I worked in New York as a fashion consultant. So I've been in
What a background.
Yeah. So now I live here and,
You can fix our clothes and
Wonderful.
our houses.
and you might not be able to tell that.
Awesome.
It's funny, I went back to work after being home with my kids for a little bit. And all of a sudden, I bought this whole new wardrobe and everybody was in jeans. Like the whole entire garment center was the designer showrooms to the low end. Everybody was in jeans. So
Jeans it is.
jeans it is.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, I look forward to meeting you guys and hope I get a chance to work with you and come see me.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's great, Shirley. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your assisting us and providing all of our goodies for afterward. Good afternoon. I'm Glo Reber, and Lori Cashy.
Lori Cashy.
And
Global
we're
Banker.
co-hosting today. I'm just going to mention the individuals who are joining us today. We've got Eamon Mokhtar, Jimmy Sexton, Delyn Martinez, and Brian Woods. So they will be our speakers today. So it's going to be a fun program. We're glad you're here. And Lori's going to start out with Eamon to begin with.
I am going to start out with Eamon. Want to thank everybody for coming. We've been working on trying to get a Dubai Spotlight series going for quite some time. And I'd like to thank Dave Swenson for assisting with us getting this program out to you this year. So this is the first Spotlight series of the year. We will have 3 others to follow. We haven't exactly determined those locations yet, but hopefully they will be something exciting and maybe Spanish or Costa Rican or something. So more on that to follow. But our first speaker today is Eamon Mokhtar. He is the founder of Global Opportunities, a Dubai-based global real estate agency. Eamon is a significant shareholder in multiple engineering investment startups and real estate businesses. He has used his 15 plus years of experience to grow businesses in the Middle East, North Africa, Europe, USA, and other countries as well, through the provision and development of exceptional services and products across various businesses that benefit both individuals and organizations. He offers advice on and connecting businesses to the best employees, engagement programs, recognizing and rewarding individual team members throughout organizations to aspire and motivate growth, build loyalty, and reduce attrition. He began his career as a civil engineer, working for global corporations before branching out into the financial markets, startups, and real estate. Ayman developed management training for internship programs in the UK, Germany, and Egypt for engineers from Europe, the CIS, and the US to experience work and lifestyle in Dubai. So without any more further ado, Ayman Mokhtar.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me tonight, and it's my pleasure to join you virtually from Dubai. It's a bit late here, so please be patient with me with my accent and speed. We have only 20 minutes to present an exclusive presentation with regard to Dubai real estate. With that, let me share my screen, and we can start the presentation right away. Everyone can see my screen. Everyone can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, we can. Thank you, Ayman.
All right. So I present Global Opportunities Group, which in short form we call it GO, stands for Global Opportunities. Global Opportunities is a group of companies that specialize in sourcing innovative ideas in the business markets on a global scale and operating them from scratch to consistent sales, marketing, and further expansion. Every time we are launching a new venture, there are three main pillars that we are aligned with: trust, value, and money. In a short form, there is an opportunity in every transaction. One of the things that I'm passionate about when it comes to running a startup business is the why message. I always say the deeper the why, the easier the how. So the why message for Go Group is the absolute belief in the power of people's unity. With that, let me start by sharing the short video with regard to our logo. Short and sweet, but of course it talks more in terms of meaning. As Lori has introduced me, so I've been in the business markets for plus 15 years. If there is one thing I would love to share in this specific slide is my favorite business quote that I work with day-on-day basis. If there is one thing I wish to achieve in my pro life is to work with sophisticated partners and of course to help new generations become the best version of themselves, and partnership with individuals and corporations to make the world of environment for working is in a much better state. On the US side, I have my dear friend and business partner, Mr. Brian Woods. If there is one thing I can always say about Brian Woods, that he has a favorite business quote that would says, "I am forever a student." With that, it added lots of credibility and values to our group. Mr. Brian Woods is a multi-state licensed real estate and business advisor. As of today, Mr. Woods is licensed in 13 different states across the US. About Dubai, there are so many things and so many features and so many topics that we can talk all day long with regard to the City of Opportunities, Dubai. With this short presentation, I can share the most highlighted topics with regard to Dubai. The most highlighted one is the safety. Dubai is recognized as one of the safest cities in the world, and that's why it attracts investors, home buyers, and new residents coming to Dubai to work, visit, and do business on day-to-day basis. Only between Corona and today, we have witnessed over 3 million visitors coming to Dubai. And with regard to the taxation part, zero income tax, zero property gain tax, and zero corporate tax till you hit a certain threshold. That is the major attraction benefit that brings so many people on day-to-day basis to choose Dubai to come and visit and do business. The population of Dubai, whenever I come across someone who's introvert or someone who hasn't stepped out of their comfort zone in their home country for whatever reason, I always tell them, please take the initial step to come to Dubai, and trust me, you will love it. Why? 85% of Dubai population are foreigners, people just like you and I. Only 15% are locals. That tells you how we help each other, how we care about each other, how it is a warm environment that helps you to grow and learn every single day. Dubai Airport is one of the busiest airport in the world, and we have Emirates Airlines, which is one of the biggest airlines worldwide.
Can I
With
stop you
reg-
real fast? Eamon, let me stop you real quick. And I just want to point out to everybody that Emirates does have a direct flight that we've taken before out of Orlando. It's 13 hours. So, okay, 16 hours coming back. Come on, Dave. That's an extra movie and an extra glass of wine. But it's a beautiful, quick flight. I mean, up from Orlando and back, and Emirates is like the best airline ever. Just sorry about that, Eamon. I just wanted to throw that in.
No worries, interrupt me as much as you can.
You know I will.
Dubai, in terms of its location, Dubai, and I would say on a bigger scale, the United Arab Emirates, which is the capital, is geographically located in the center of the world. So Dubai is almost 8 hours to the majorities of cities and countries around the UAE. It happens to be, like Lori just stated, to be a bit far for people who are living in the States and Canada, but with regard to Europe, Africa, and Asia, we are looking at 8 to 9 hours max in terms of direct flight with the best airline, Emirates. Why Dubai? As we always say, the deeper the why, the easier the how. And one of the things that make me in love with this city, that I call it home, is the deeper the why that they are keep innovating and developing every single day. Today, it is super convenient to invest in Dubai virtually from your own computer screen, from your own comfort zone. You can buy as many properties as you possibly can. And we help you with the whole process from A to Z. So it is super convenient, super easy and simple. And we have a very business-friendly environment that provide you with a business license in less than 5 working days, whether it's a mainland, free zone, or offshore as well. With regard to visas, we have the most common visa that everyone now is hunting, which is the golden visa, that comes with certain features and terms and conditions. But if you are a sophisticated business talent and you have a unique skill, you can get the golden visa for free without even having the appropriate financial investment that requires to have the golden visa. So there are so many ways that we can work with you closely to help you get your property in Dubai, get your business license in Dubai, and make sure that you get the golden visa or any other type of visa should you decide to take part of Dubai business market. Dubai has so many benefits that makes it one of the best destinations worldwide for people to come and allocate. Of course, when it comes to safety, as we keep highlighting, the most major factor that brings people to Dubai is the safety part, the lifestyle of Dubai, and the real estate market status. It is on a bold trend. The real estate market has been booming since Corona like never before. We have seen over 40% price increment in apartments, and we are looking at 38% in terms of villas and penthouses. That tells you more about how Dubai is performing and the deeper the why of the city. I'm gonna play a short video for 1 minute for people who haven't been to Dubai before. I believe after that video, you will have the encouragement and motivation to book your ticket to come to Dubai, and who knows, maybe you can take part in our upcoming trade mission. We call it the city of opportunities. And since we highlighted the why, let me tell you one of the reasons why I call this city my home. Because of the vision. When people come to Dubai, they can see that we have Dubai 2030. We have Dubai 2040 plan, and we have Dubai 2050. and all the credit goes to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, the Vice President, Prime Minister, and the Minister of Defense of the UAE. Please allow me to share only 2 minutes video to take you through Dubai 2030, where we will be having 40,000 virtual jobs vacancies.
Renowned for its ultra-modern social and economic infrastructure, safe living environment, unrivaled lifestyle offerings, and world-class career opportunities. This is Dubai, where everything is possible. Dubai has primarily been responsible for changing the mindset when it comes to adopting new technologies, as it leads the way in tech, finance and innovation, and continuously evolving this into a future-forward hub for businesses. There is truly no better place to grow your business than in Dubai. To take it one step forward, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai and Chairman of Dubai's Higher Committee of Future Technology Development and Digital Economy, has approved the new phase of the Dubai Metaverse strategy, which aims to enhance the digital economy and implement measures to empower the use of the metaverse and future technologies. Dubai seeks to transform the Emirate into one of the top 10 metaverse economies in the world, as well as a global hub for the metaverse community. The goal is to attract over 1,000 companies in the blockchain and metaverse and support over 40,000 virtual jobs by 2030. The Emirates' digital transformation is attracting talent worldwide, and such opportunities can benefit Indian startups to set up their business in Dubai and hire global talent as well as Indian talent in the Web 3.0 based and tech-based sectors. That can benefit them by having the UAE's Golden Visa, a long-term residence visa, safe and robust governance, zero tax regime, etc. An ongoing digital transformation is only increasing its attractiveness as a tech hub. Further, the strategy aims to develop metaverse infrastructure and regulations to accelerate the adoption of these technologies as well as global standards for building safe and secure platforms for users.
Thank you so much for watching. I would say one of the recent innovative moves that we have witnessed in Dubai is the flying taxi. Can you imagine today where everyone is talking about moving from one country to another through an aeroplane? In Dubai, we are having flying taxis. So you will be seeing us in the air, but still in Dubai city. That's sexy. We're gonna now go into the real estate market of Dubai, and with regard to the real estate market, it's very important to highlight the entity, the government entity that is responsible for every single transaction for Dubai real estate, which is the Dubai Land Department, the DLD, established in May 1960 to make the real estate market of Dubai a booming market on a consistent basis. Why Dubai real estate market? Few reasons. One, booming economy, high rental yields, tax-free environment, stable political environment, world-class infrastructure, diversified market, meaning we have an inventory for every budget. If your budget is as low as $40,000, we have a property for you. If your budget is up to $1 billion, we have also an inventory for you. And lastly, the growing tourism industry. From the screen itself, I think the numbers talks about itself in terms of the transformation and the improvement of the real estate performance from Q1 2022 to Q1 2023. Just to give you an idea what has been happening in terms of real estate transactions, number of real estate transactions, the sales values, the new investors, and also 25% growth in terms of non-residential investors. People like yourselves who decided to take part in Dubai real estate market, and they are still within their own comfort zone. One of the most important factors that I can highlight in this slide is the escrow. You do not need to wire your property payments to the developer if you have any kind of concerns, because we have escrow account in Dubai that is linked with every single project. And that escrow account will protect your funds up to the completion date of the project, should you decide to invest in under construction unit, or what we call it here, off plan. Again,
Let me
when it comes-
interrupt you, Eamon. Eamon, I'm sorry, let me interrupt you just so I can be clear on this. So what you're saying is if somebody wanted to invest in an off-plan, a new construction project, they don't need to wire their funds to the developer, they'll wire them to you?
No, they wire it to the project escrow in Dubai that is linked with the project that they are buying a unit at.
Okay,
Every single project in Dubai has an escrow account. And this is one of the development moves that the government of Dubai has made back in 2009 after the financial crisis. In order to make in order to improve the transparency of the transaction, you have two options. One, you can wire the money straight away to the developer, or you can wire it to the escrow account that is linked to the project that is also managed between the developer and the government of Dubai.
so
Why
the
the-
DLD manages it, so it's
Thank you so much.
safeguarded that way.
Thank you so much. Why escrow? More safety. But at the end of the day, it is the same transaction with, of course, someone that has been in the market for plus 10 years, like Amar, Damak, Shoba. You don't need to worry. But again, for people who are taking the initial steps as a first step and the transaction is one of their concerns, so my humble advice would be go for escrow, and with Go, we can help you to wire your money and being received in the escrow account in Dubai in less than 36 hours. This is
Great.
one of the things that we help our customers with, especially those who are located in the US and Canada. Again, more insights about the Dubai real estate market to show you from different newspaper resources and references, because at the end of the day, we follow the news, the references, the facts, the data. So another slide to show you from different parts of Dubai why the real estate market and how the real estate market is performing for the last plus 14 months. Another slide, different areas. One of the most attractive projects as we speak today is Palm Jumeirah 2. So everyone knows Palm Jumeirah. Now we are building Palm Jabal Ali, which is twice in size the current Palm Jumeirah. The Golden Visa, as we highlighted in the beginning, it comes with so many benefits. And this is one of the line of services that we help our people to get if they are eligible for the Golden Visa. So if you are someone who would love to get a 10 years free visa, I encourage you to have us in a separate call where we will take you through the steps from A to Z. Nevertheless, there is also a property ownership visa. If you invest in a property that's worth only $200,000, you get a visa with your property ownership that is only 2 years, and it keeps renewing as long as you hold the ownership of the property. Why Go? Why Global Opportunities Real Estate? We have a great partnership with the top developers in the market in a way to give you the exclusive units, the unique views, the unique prices, and of course, when it comes to discounts and etc., we are in the front line of real estate brokerage companies to get the pre-launch inventory, so we make sure our clients get the best returns and the best appreciation on their investment. If we can highlight the Dubai real estate market property investment in 3 lines. One, either you are a short-term investor buying and flipping, so buy low, sell high, and that happens between the pre-launch price till the completion date of the project. The second type of investor, a long-term investor, someone who will hold on the property ownership, and by the time the property is completed, we will help them through our property management service to either put it through a short-term rental like Airbnb or long-term rental. The third one, which comes under the bulk deals, that we buy a portfolio of assets and we do a financial analysis, which is part of the assets will remain in terms of ownership, so we can rent it, and part of the assets will go under flipping, so we make sure our customer get a decent appreciation on their money. In a nutshell, we have summarized some points from organizing your finance all the way down to prepare all documents for the property ownership that will help you to understand your property document, what you are buying, the area, the view, the payment plan, the price point, and the most important part, whether you will go with mortgage or you are a cash buyer. Again, Global Opportunities help customers from the United States to transfer their money to Dubai in less than 36 hours. Why? Because we have an established escrow account in the US to help you wire your money to the designated account in Dubai, whether it is a developer account or the project escrow account, in less than 36 hours. One of the things that we love to do is B2B. This is how we meet people. Like tonight, for example, we are meeting thousands of sophisticated entrepreneurs, real estate agents, business owners. So we were exhibiting at the latest NAR Next Convention 2023. And let me play a 2-minute video where my dear friend and business partner, Mr. Brian Woods, talking about the line of services that Global Opportunities Real Estate provide.
Hi, I'm Brian Woods, the Global Director of Global Opportunities Group and Global Opportunities Real Estate. We're talking about Dubai and the city of opportunities located in the United Arab Emirates. There's a wonderful opportunity for you with real estate, whether you're looking for a home buying option or as an investment. On the investor side, we're helping in several different ways people to be able to purchase and resale developments that are over in Dubai. One current way that we're helping people is to flip off properties, off-market properties, and off-plan is the technical term for that. Off-plan meaning new development or under construction. So you're able to get in with a down payment, have a payment plan happening, and then ultimately be able to sell for a higher price with the appreciation that's happened prior to the actual property being completed. The next way that you can invest in properties is to actually take title to that property, the new one, and do short-term rentals. We can do long-term or short-term rentals, but short-term rentals are going to get you anywhere from 15 to 18% typically return on that investment. We also can help you with secondary market properties, so resale properties and commercial properties as well. Part of what we are passionate about, though, is education, making sure that people understand everything that's going on, answer questions, and make sure that you are the most educated that you possibly can be. We are passionate about doing that, and we look forward to the opportunity to work with you on Dubai properties and Dubai real estate. Again, Brian Woods, Global Director for Global Opportunities Real Estate and Global Opportunities Group.
Thank you so much for paying attention to that limit. We are at the last 7 minutes of our presentation, sharing with you two of the most sophisticated developers at a price point of $200,000 investment. It can go as low as $160,000 for a studio unit, $200,000 for 1 bedroom. The first developer is Azizi Developments. I happen to work there for over a year. And the second and last developer for my presentation is Bengati, an Emirati developer in Dubai that has taken the real estate market to the global space by joint venture with global brands like Jacob & Co, Bugatti, and Mercedes. With this slide, we can see Azizi Developments that has been in the market for years and years. The chairman and founder is Marwaz Azizi. Their net worth is over 45 billion dirham with over 200 projects across Dubai Emirates. This is one of the latest launches that I happened to be there during the project launch last October 2023. While the small video is playing, you can check on the left side the payment plan for every property in that project. That project provides studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms, and villas overlooking the lagoon and opera. With that, let me play Dubai's Next Legacy.
In a world where water inspires the soul, a journey begins. Where every day is a canvas painted with the hues of the sea. A vision where artistry meets architecture. A sensation that makes you truly belong. For couples that turn into families, for the young and the old. A place where every day is a new picture on the wall. Where boutiques and bistros craft moments of leisure. Where art finds its stage, and every experience is a spectacle. This is not just a place to live. It's a symphony of dreams. Azizi Venice, the next legacy.
We have a great relationship with the developer to get exclusive units with great discount views and of course payment plan. This is one of the projects that we keep selling since the launch, and the selling is going crazy. People always make fun of us whenever we tell them today was the launch, tomorrow it's sold out. And it's true, this is Dubai. There are even projects in Dubai that at the launch, it's sold out. So if you are someone who's interested about Dubai investment, I encourage you that we jump on a separate meeting where we can take you through the whole journey from A to Z. The second developer is Bengati. The CEO is Mohammed Bengati. This is one of the developers that I personally happen to love and invest personally in because of their why message. Even though the developer is young in the market compared to a brand like Damak, like Amar, like Dubai Holdings, but the way that they have operated real estate is kind of different, with something that I am passionate about. Again, back to the why message. What they have done, they have joint ventured with worldwide brands like Jacob & Co, Bugatti, and the recent launch, Mercedes, a brand that has been around for 117 years in every corner of the world. Now they have Mercedes places in Dubai, joint venture with Bengati. So one of the things that Mohammed Bengati is going towards, one of his objectives, is to make Bengati a brand, something even more than a real estate developer. He has been recognized all over Dubai from different channels, and he has delivered so many projects. Initially, he was focusing on projects under $250,000, and he has made great success in areas like JVC community, and we have great inventory there. And then he kept on delivering projects, hundreds of projects, and then he things that I personally love about Bengati, another thing that they have something that is very famous in the market, a project completion below 18 months. Every time they have a new launch in JVC, the payment plan 18 months from start to finish, and the project, that's how it's being completed. So this is one of the references that you can see by your own eyes how the construction is going month by month. Another slide to show you more projects that they have been completed. And this is Bengati House, a project that is located in JVC at price point of $160,000, and the handover date end of this year. studio at $160,000. And the good news is you do not need to put the whole amount. Why? Because there is a payment plan, 70% up to the completion date, and 30% goes to mortgage, which you will apply for at the project completion date. With that, let me get you into one of their live launches just to see the number of people that comes when Bengati announced a new launch.
Inspired by Impossible, as you know. Breaking Boundaries, Burj Bengati. Jacob & Co. Residences.
This is one of their projects to show you that they have more than inventory at price point of $200,000. So now they have luxury inventory that goes in millions of dollars. This is another slide to announce Mercedes-Benz places in Bengati, starting price point $2.5 million. And you are having a great view, full view on Burj Khalifa and the fountain. This is a bit higher, but again, it's all about having different price points and depends on your financial objectives. Go will help you get the property of your dream. With that, let me get to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for paying attention to that limit. Let me wrap it up with my in-house media production team to show you Mercedes-Benz Places launch. We were so happy to be recognized during that launch, and I'm happy to sell more of Mercedes Places inventory because it's just lovely to sell it because you actually don't need to do any effort because you know your customers. Hey, would you like to stay in Mercedes Places? Yes, why not? Because I know all my neighbors will be sophisticated, wealthy people. At the end, thank you so much for paying attention. These are ways to work with us. We have on the right side the upcoming trade mission that is happening in Dubai between the 22nd through the 27th of April. If you are interested, my dear friend and business partner, Mr. Brian Woods, will help you to get registered. On the left side, we have a great referral program that gives 30% referral fee, and you don't need to do any hustle because we take care of your customer and we wire you your money to any bank account that you wish to have your money in. Thank you so much, and I'm back to Lori.
Thank you, Ayman.
We're going to take questions now. Ayman, I have a question. Where do most of your investors come from?
I would say US and part of Europe. Specifically, if I mention Europe, it will be Estonia, Spain, Poland, as of today.
Okay.
The US, I have Brian Woods. I think that's more than enough to say.
And we
We're
are lucky to have
recognized
him
over the
today.
US region, and he's licensed in 13 different states, which allow us to give the best professional advice to our clients, whether they are home buyers or investors.
Let me ask you another question. If someone decides to have a mortgage, what is the time frame from when they actually, with the contracts in, to when they're actually closing and owning the property?
So it depends case by case and project by project. So there are projects that are under 18 months completion date. There are projects that can go for 3 years. So if we can take a reference to what we have shared today, Azizi Venice will be completed in the fourth quarter of 2025. So between Q4 2025 to, I would say, Q1 2026. So if you are deciding to invest in Azizi Venice, you will go with the payment plan as it was showing in the screen. And by the time the project is completed, there is a remaining 50%. That remaining 50%, you have two options. Either you will put it in cash and you get your property, or we apply for mortgage. Remember, the mortgage here is kind of different than it is in the US. The mortgage applies on the property when it is ready. You cannot get mortgage while the property is still under construction. The moment the property is ready, if you are non-resident, you are eligible to, I would say, up to 50% mortgage. In some case scenarios, we can help with 60%. If
I
you
think-
are resident, then it can go up to 80%. But again, if you are buying from a developer, which we call it primary market, directly from the developer, it depends on the payment plan and the percentage at the completion date. If you are buying from the secondary market, and the transaction will be individual seller to yourself. So if you are non-resident, 60%. If you are resident, 80%. And I will advise you to go through the whole step from our mortgage broker or mortgage consultant, so he can sit down with you, review your paperwork, and make sure you are eligible for mortgage. One of the
Eamon,
most
I think that what Glo was asking was on the secondary market. So let's say we were going to put an offer in on a secondary market property. We got a contract from then. How long would a mortgage take approximately?
30 to 45 days. And I
The same
always
as here.
Yeah, same as here.
by people to get mortgage approval prior to any sales talk, because that's the best way that you can negotiate a price for your favor. When the seller sees you having the bank approval, they will be more serious to give discount or more other benefits.
Of course. We did have one question from the audience. What is the average interest rate right now and how long is that fixed for? So like, I know here we have 25, 30-year mortgages that are fixed at a certain interest rate. Do you know how long the rate is fixed for?
I would say between 3.9 to 4.5, but it depends on the bank. It goes bank by bank, and it depends on the years of mortgage that you will be applicable or eligible for. So again, I encourage you, any question mortgage related, we have an upcoming webinar on March 11th that will go for 1 hour to cover every little aspect with the topic Dubai property mortgage. And I
Perfect.
encourage people who are attending today to take spot in the upcoming webinar so they can get all their questions answered.
Great. And we'll have information on all of that for you guys and links to it at the end as well. Eamon, is there a chance that you might be able to share your slides with us and your PowerPoints?
Now or later?
No, later.
Sure. No worries.
Later, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow we have a sale.
Okay.
Good.
Hold on, Brian has a
Brian
question
has a
for you.
question.
I mean, it might be good to bring up the slide real quick on the Azizi Venice with the payment plan again and touch base real quick on the 4% and some of that stuff that's there.
Because we couldn't really see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Mercedes residence looks nice. We certainly put our new construction developments to shame whenever they do their launches.
So you can see here on that slide on the left side, So what you need to have to do the booking, 14%. 10% as a property down payment, and 4% goes to the Dubai Land Department, which we
So
call
that's
it
like your closing cost fees.
registration fees. That goes to the government of Dubai, real estate sector. And then you can see every 30, that within 30 days, you have 10%. Within 120 days, you have 10%. Then 180 days, 10%. 240 days, 10%. And completion Q1 2026, the remaining 50%. That's why the total is 104. 100% property value, 4% registration fee.
Okay. And just a quick other question. When you go to sell that property, do you pay a 4% again to the DLD?
The new buyer pays it.
The buyer only pays it, not the seller.
Every time there is a property transaction, there is 4% DLD.
Okay.
Clear and simple.
On resales, and that's resales as well.
Every time there is a property transaction, there is
Yeah.
4% paid by
Okay,
the buyer.
Is
thank you.
there an average day on the market? I mean, the one project you said was sold out immediately, or how do the other markets last in terms of termination of the property to get them sold? Is there aftermarket, or, you know, stays on the market for X amount of time? Does that exist there, or is it just selling so quickly?
It sells so quickly, and reason is super simple. So people with I would say with deep pockets, what they do, how you can create wealth through real estate investments. So let's say you have around 5 million in your bank account. So what you do, you go to a sophisticated developer, Amar, Shobat, Amag, Bengati, and you wait till they have a new launch. Prior to the launch date, 6 to 9 months, you will get 1 floor or 2 floors. Only the booking amount, which goes around 10%, just to lock the unit under your name. So you have locked a price, which we call it pre-launch price. And then you hold on it till the project is launched and they have started the construction. While the construction is ongoing, you are experiencing a rise in your capital. By that time, you will flip your property to the market. Why the market would need your properties? Because there is no inventory. And the project just launched 6 months ago. And everyone is hunting to find the property for their client. And that's how people create wealth through real estate investment. But what you need is high cash flow. Yeah. For
One more.
people buying
One more
1 to
question.
2 units, what they do, we help them. Either we do flipping, and it's much more convenient than in the US, because what I understand in the US, you guys do fix and flip. Here, there is no fixation. There is what is called relaxation. So you
Relax
buy,
and flip.
relax and flip. So let's put it that way. US, fix and flip. Dubai, Netflix and flip.
Like it. I like it.
Wonderful. We have one more question.
We have
over
one
there.
question.
Sure.
If I were to bring an investor to purchase something in the and a real, how would I get paid? What would be? I mean, how is that transaction? I think we said 30%.
That's if you're working with his group, with Global Opportunities, with his group. So if you're working with them, you'll get 30% direct referral. Otherwise, you have to negotiate with the individual. You know, this is working through a real estate. Yeah, I would. No, you don't need a visa. Nope, absolutely.
Okay.
Just a referral, that's it.
Because referral, right?
You don't need a visa. You don't need to be licensed. You are referral to go, referring customers. We take care of your customers from A to Z. By the time we collect the commission for your deal, we wire you 30% as a referral fee. To any bank account, you instruct us to wire it to. Easy. and
Thank you, Ayman. Yeah, Brian's
you.
gonna follow up. He'll talk about that
Yeah.
when he talks too.
The one thing that I want to touch on, kind of outside of just that, and just to that point, is in general, when you're working with international transactions, right, you don't, because you're doing a referral and you're not working there, generally speaking, you don't need any license in that, country or anything like that. The fact that you are here and making that referral, but of course, then that's where you want to make sure that you get things in writing and stuff like that, right? Because we know that, everything's in writing in our business, right? Yeah.
All right, Eamon, thank you so much. It's absolutely a wonderful presentation, and Denise will be sending out your information, your contact information to everybody who's attended here in our Global Business Council. This has been a wonderful, wonderful opening to Dubai.
Absolutely.
We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Eamon.
Thank
You are
you.
so informative.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Now you can go take a nap.
What
We
time
still
is it
have-
there? 11?
We still have Dylan, don't worry. We're still in the
still have
office
dinner?
because we have
Never sleep.
Nice. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think we're ready now to introduce the next speaker.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
okay. So second up today, we have an amazing individual so I've met both of these people. We did a real live mission trip in October of 2021, which is where I met Eamon. And we went with Brian Woods on that mission trip. And one of the other people that we met while we were there, Brian took us to see Jimmy Sexton. He's a Dubai tax advisor. He is, as a dynamic tax advisor, Jimmy Sexton brings a wealth of firsthand experience to the table. Having founded a multinational business, navigated global investments, and safeguarded personal wealth through strategic structures. His unconventional journey started with law school and lends him a relatable edge with clients, many of whom are fellow entrepreneurs. He is also American originally. He offers practical solutions to intricate tax and business challenges without elitism. Jimmy's expertise spans diverse jurisdictions and structures, tailored to each client's unique needs, even prompting legislative change when necessary. Working with high net worth individuals and family offices worldwide, he provides international tax and wealth planning advice. He is a respected figure in the field. He has spoken at prestigious forums, consulted with governments, and contributed insights to esteemed publications. Armed with a comprehensive education in business administration and law, balanced with professional acumen with personal pursuits, including aviation, fitness, and adventure sports, Jimmy Sexton. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, thank you for having me. Everybody hear me okay?
Yep, I
Yes.
can hear you perfect.
Perfect. So I'm going to try to not make this too boring since we're going to be talking about tax. But
What do you mean? Come on.
so listen, I'm going to be, because Americans are taxed on the on the worldwide income. So, doesn't matter if the income is being generated in Dubai or in Germany or anywhere else, Americans are still going to be liable for taxes in the United States on income earned abroad. So I'm going to talk first a little bit about what it would look like if an individual investor invested in Dubai property from a U.S. tax perspective. I'll also cover some of the other things that you need to be mindful of. And then I'll talk about some strategies for trying to mitigate some of these things.
Excellent.
So investing in UAE property is treated very much in the same way as it is in investing in United States property, right? So if you're purchasing an investment property that is generating rental income, you're going to have to report that rental income on your U.S. taxes. Of course, you get a deduction for the expenses and depreciation, and you wind up paying taxes on the net profit. Because Dubai doesn't have an income tax, you would pay tax on all the profit in the United States. You wouldn't pay any taxes in the UAE since they don't have any. And likewise, if you go to sell that property and you sell it at a gain, which in this market you likely would, you would pay capital gains tax on that gain. So, it'd be ordinary income if it was a short-term capital gain. If it was a long-term capital gain owned for more than a year, then it would be a maximum of 20%. One of the things that a lot of people don't think of in this is it is possible to do 1031 exchanges for a foreign to foreign property. So you can't do, for example, you can't sell a US property and then 1031 into a foreign property, like a Dubai property, for example. And you couldn't sell a Dubai property and then 1031 that into a US property. But if you wanted to if you sold a Dubai property at a profit, you could 1031 that into another Dubai property or another property anywhere in the world other than the United States. So if you are flipping properties, you know, that's something that's really advantageous that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
One of you know, the downsides of investing, I mean, you know, the big advantage of investing individually is A, it's simple, and B, you're going to be able to, you know, most likely obtain a mortgage if you require one. You know, the downside to investing individually is obviously you don't get any asset protection. You know, if you have several properties and you're renting them out, you know, you have potential liability with tenants. And, you know, if there was a judgment against you in Dubai, the US does generally recognize foreign judgments, right? So they could enforce that judgment in the United States. So investing individually, that is one of the downsides. One of the other things that you do have to be mindful of when investing in Dubai is the fact that they don't have laws like we do in terms of estate distribution, right? So if you were to pass away owning a property in Dubai, in order to get that property to your heirs, it would need to go through a probate process, much like it would in the United States. But the United States, but the UAE, because their legal system is based on Sharia law, they have very particular estate distribution provisions, and they don't generally recognize wills. Only recently, in the last several years, have they put in place provisions to allow for wills, but the default is Sharia law distribution, right? So if you do invest individually in the UAE, it makes a lot of sense to put, at the very least, a UAE will in place, which you can do in the Dubai International Financial Center, or DIFC, to make sure that the property is distributed to the heirs that you want to receive it. Again, it will have to go through a probate process, which, just like in the United States, is going to take some time and cost some money. Also, because Americans are liable for taxes on their worldwide income, the value of the UAE property would be included in your US estate, right? I mean, right now, every person gets an estate tax exclusion of about $14 million. If you go above that amount, then you can face an estate tax of up to 40%. So if you had a Dubai property, it would be included in your US estate and subject to tax if your total estate was worth more than $14 million, 14 and change. So one of the things that I've seen some people advise clients to do in order to solve the asset protection issue, for example, is to invest through a Dubai company. This I don't generally recommend without some planning in advance. And the reason is, if a UAE, a UAE company is subject to 9% corporate income tax. There's no individual income tax, but there is a corporate income tax. So if the property is owned through a UAE company and it's generating rental income and it generates a capital gain from the sale of the property, it's going to be subject to 9% corporate income tax. And then you're going to be liable for taxes on the profits of the company, whether or not you actually receive the profits, because of the way the U.S. international tax rules work, right? So let's say you buy a property, it's generating $100,000 a year in rental income, in net rental income, but it's within that company, you're still going to be paying tax on that $100,000 at your ordinary income tax rate, whether or not you actually take the money out of the company, which isn't particularly beneficial, right? The other downside of investing through a company is, if the company sold the property and it held it for more than a year, if you owned it individually, you would only be taxed at a maximum of 20% long-term capital gains tax rate. But because the only way to get it out of the company is through a dividend, you would lose that treatment and it would be ordinary income. There is, however, a provision that allows you to elect that foreign company, that the Dubai company that owns the real estate, be treated as what's called a disregarded entity, which is what US single member LLCs are, right? So it basically would then be disregarded for US income tax purposes, the Dubai company. And so it would be as if you owned it individually, and you would report the net rental income or the capital gains on your individual income tax return. The Dubai company would still be liable for the 9% tax, but you would receive a credit for that 9% tax against your US taxes. So, and because the US taxes are more than the corporate income tax in Dubai of 9%, at the end of the day, you don't lose anything. And that would allow you to have some asset protection. And if that UAE company had more than one owner and you made this election, it would be treated like a partnership. But again, the UAE company, the ownership of the shares, you still have the estate distribution issues, right? You'd still want to have a UAE will to dictate who the shares of that company should be distributed to in the event of your death. Otherwise, it's going to be subject to the default rules in the UAE, which are likely not advantageous for Americans investing in the UAE. Probably my favorite way to invest in UAE real estate is through what's called a foundation. Now, I think when Americans hear the word foundation, they mostly think of things like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They think of charities and things like this. But there's another type of foundation that's a private family foundation. And a private family foundation is, think of it like a trust, right? So you have a founder who sets it up. It has a board of directors who manages the assets of the foundation for the benefit of beneficiaries, right? So essentially, let's say, for example, you're a real estate investor and you want to set up a foundation to invest in UAE real estate. You would set up the foundation, you would be the founder, you would transfer the money into the foundation so that it has assets to purchase the real estate. Maybe you and your family are on the board of directors, and you and your family are also the beneficiaries, right? So you can then distribute the income or proceeds to any one of or more of the beneficiaries. Now, the advantage of investing through the foundation is, one, you get asset protection. Two, it provides estate planning, provides you privacy, and it gives you the ability to have it centrally managed. So I'll give you some examples. So if you die owning UAE property, as I mentioned, the property would need to go through probate, hopefully in accordance with your will, in order to be transferred to your heirs. But if the property is owned by the foundation, if you die, the foundation still owns the property, right? There's no probate for it to go through because the ownership remains with the foundation. And the board of directors of the foundation then decide whether the foundation should keep the property, whether it should distribute some of the rental income, if it receives rental income, to the beneficiaries, or they decide when to sell the property and then what to do with those proceeds, either to reinvest it in other property, invest it in other assets, or potentially distribute it to the beneficiaries, right? So it provides you a lot of estate planning flexibility, just like a trust would. It also provides you asset protection because you don't own the asset, you don't own the real estate, the foundation does. One of the other things that I find very advantageous as well about investing through foundations is, if you're based in America and you have a property in the UAE, what happens with management, right? If you need to sign some agreements in the UAE or do something in the UAE with respect to the property, well, it's possible to appoint somebody from the UAE to the board of directors of the foundation that can actually manage everything on the ground in Dubai, right? Without them being an owner of the property. So that's having the ability to have that management is also very advantageous. And one of the nice things about investing in it through a foundation from a US tax standpoint is essentially the person who sets up the foundation continues to be treated as the owner of the assets of the foundation for tax purposes only. So for asset protection purposes, it's owned by the foundation, you have that protection. But from a US tax perspective, the person who set up the foundation, transferred the assets to it, is still treated as the owner of the assets for tax purposes, and they would be liable for paying the income taxes on the income generated within the foundation, which is also very beneficial. Now, if one of the other things to keep in mind when investing abroad, if you did invest individually and you had a bank account or something in the UAE, you may be required to file an FBAR and report that you have a foreign bank account. You report which bank it's at, how much money is in the account, things of that nature. If you did invest through a company or a foundation, for example, then there's some other forms that need to be filed with the IRS to report, either the company or the foundation. But I really like the option of investing through a foundation because I think it provides a lot of benefits, as I said, in terms of estate planning, asset protection, having the ability to have, the property not go through probate.
Mhm.
And also you continue to be taxed essentially as an individual, rather than having the unattractive tax treatment of investing through a Dubai company.
Gotcha. Is it hard to set up a bank account there?
Look, it's very difficult to set up a bank account if you're not a UAE resident.
Okay.
Which is another advantage of doing it through a foundation, for example, because the foundation is essentially UAE resident, and especially if you have a resident director that is also part of the foundation, then it's much easier for the foundation to obtain a bank account with that local director. If nobody's resident, it's very challenging to set up a bank account for
Gotcha.
either an individual, a company, or a foundation.
All
Do
right.
most of the people do the foundation if they know about it?
Most of the people, if they know about it, they do it, right? I mean, I think one of the mistakes that a lot of people make when investing anywhere, right? I mean, whether it's foreigners investing in the United States or Americans investing in Dubai or anywhere else, is that they just go pull the trigger on a transaction without getting any tax or legal advice, and then they wind up dealing with the consequences later. So yeah, most people that know about it and they see the benefits, they choose for the foundation.
Okay.
What sort of costs are associated with setting up a foundation?
Look, it kind of depends how complex the person wants to make the foundation.
Sure.
Generally, I would say you're looking at somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 to set it up, and it's about $5,000 a year to keep it running.
Okay. And is that something the manager piece, is that something that a service you provide, or do you have to find somebody there?
No, it's not a service that I provide, but when you set up a foundation, you have to work through what's called a company service provider, which is registered with the free zone that allows for foundations, and that company service provider would act as the registered office and registered agent of the foundation. Some of those companies, the one that I work with provides that service.
Okay. And would that be additional? You pay that person additionally?
Yeah, that's usually about $2,500 a year.
2,500 a year. Okay. And you bring up a good point. You stated something to the effect of signing agreements if necessary. What is the UAE's rule on like electronic signatures and docu signing like we have here? Do they do that there?
Look, you can do that there for private agreements. I don't know if you can do it for official agreements with real estate, right? But the UAE, while it is a very advanced technologically,
Right.
there are still certain things that you either need to handle yourself personally there,
Yeah.
or you need to have a power of attorney with somebody who can handle it for you. And that, of course, is one of the benefits of having the foundation with somebody on the board locally, is that they can deal with the banking, they can deal with signing the contracts, they can deal with the government if need be. And that is very beneficial oftentimes, especially if you're an active investor that's flipping a lot of properties and doing stuff like that. It makes it a lot easier.
Sure. Of course. Okay. Anybody else have any questions for Jimmy as far as taxes go or anything?
A lot of great information, my
Yeah,
goodness.
a lot of information. Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
don't
I don't know how to access that.
Is Jamie here?
Denise isn't here. Dave, can you pull that up? I think the keyboard's right there.
Oh, right there.
Mhm. Thanks for pointing that out, Brian. I didn't even see
Yeah,
that.
couldn't see it either. There we go.
Let's say you change your mind during the purchase. Can you get out of the contract and is there a penalty?
That's,
That was for Iman.
yeah.
Is
it's
the
not-
commission higher for a Florida Realtor than a DIPC? Okay, these are not for you, Jimmy, sorry.
No
Um,
worries.
We'll have to go back to,
Wait for Brian.
Iman for that.
I mean-
Okay. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you. That was
time
wonderful.
today
My pleasure.
and for staying up so late and doing this last minute for us.
No worries.
Yes,
It's my
you-
pleasure.
Are
Right, we
you
have
in
one more
Dubai right
question.
now or are you?
I am not in Dubai right now. I'm going to be back in Dubai on Sunday. I'm in
Okay,
New York
all
at
right.
the moment.
We have one question for the lady back there. I can't hear you.
Is Jimmy the contact person for tax advice? Is that what you said? Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
We'll be
These-
distributing all the contact information to everybody, so you'll know how to reach out to our speakers today. Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, so at the end, we'll get everybody's information, including Jimmy's, of course. But yes, if you have tax questions, we would welcome you to forward them on to Jimmy.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great
Thank you.
evening.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you for staying up late. Our next speaker is Delin Martinez. Is Delin there? Oh, I see her. I see her. All right. She's
There she
a
is.
Dubai real estate advisor. She's a licensed real estate broker and owner of Trending Real Properties Group, leading a team of dedicated and skilled agents who provide exceptional service and value to clients in the Houston area and beyond. She has earned the Certified International Property Specialist, which we all know about, CIPS, and the Certified Home Marketing Specialist, CHMS designations, demonstrating expertise and commitment to the global and local real estate markets. Delin also works as a DSC at Coppergate Global Relocation Services, where she assists individuals and families who are relocating to or from Houston with their housing needs. She has over 20 years experience as a realtor, as well as a former background in appraisal, loan administration, and banking, to offer comprehensive and customized solutions that meet the diverse and dynamic needs of her clients. Her mission is to help people achieve their real estate goals with integrity, professionalism, and excellence. Welcome, Delin. We're so pleased to have you. You have such a well-rounded background.
He certainly does. Hi,
Yes.
Delin.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. So yes, how did I end up here? I received the Certified International Property Specialist designation in June. And right after that, there was a trip to Canada. And it was to actually it was the Austin Board of Realtors meeting with Calgary Realtors and actually all of Canada. And Brian Woods was called in to teach the Resort and Second Property Specialist class. So I met him then, and I was fascinated with his 13 states, being licensed in 13 states, and then heard that he even was becoming a broker or a real estate agent in Dubai. So I wanted to hear more about that, along with several other places around the world. So I thought he was fascinating, and I just wouldn't leave him alone. So ended up in Anaheim for the NAR, the National Association Convention for the U.S. of Realtors. So I was there and found out more about Dubai. So that was November, and then end up leaving in January to get here. So I've been here since January 10th, and certainly have done quite a few things along the way. It's kind of like why? What do I love about Dubai? The first thing I'll start with is that I don't think it ever sleeps. For your favorite restaurants, markets, salons, all of that will most likely be open when you choose to go. They're at least open till midnight, or if not 24/7.
I'm sure
And-
later. I'm sure later than midnight.
So then, and then it's super clean, so super clean around here, everywhere. And then I love this office. It's the perfect central area, and it has a beautiful canal view. And of course, I love the team. This team here has been so neat, and I've learned so much from Iman, and of course, Brian and Yasser have been absolutely wonderful to be with, and have put up with me all the way through. But anyway, so then
Where's your office at, Delin?
it's Business Bay.
In Business Bay. Okay, beautiful.
And so we're on the 16th floor in Business Bay, and it overlooks the canal. So kind of feel like, you're seeing everything, all the city lights, everything. So very nice. and then walking distance to so many residential places. And I've been kind of staying in several, and I have been walking to the office here, and then of course, any of the places, cafes, restaurants to eat as well. But what else I love about Dubai? Super clean beaches. I've only been to a couple close by. I plan to get out a little bit farther in the next couple weeks, but even the ones that are just around the corner, super, super clean. The sand, changing areas, everything, the water clear and crisp, and has felt great.
What's the temperature like there right now, Dylan?
It's been very nice. I don't know exactly what it is right now, but I would say maybe 70s, dropping to the 60s at night a little bit, but just a light sweater. And then, going into that in a little bit, light clothing is good. And then at least having, don't bring too many clothes.
Yeah. Perfect weather. It sounds like Florida right now. Florida weather, sweater weather.
For sure. Okay, so the Sirius, really, really nice and helpful people. I've had so many wonderful experiences, no matter where I'm at, in the taxi and everything, just super, super nice. Carrying my luggage all over, not just, transporting taxi or whatever, but I've come to the office a few days with extra, just being in between different places. And anyway, very friendly people. So, okay. Okay, so cappuccino. It's cappuccino everywhere and not just coffee. Even at all the developments and events and so builders, if you will, cappuccino machines, lattes, whatever. I mean, I haven't been drinking coffee much since COVID, but I just found a love for it again over here. So
Except tonight, you probably needed some to keep you up tonight.
I definitely had some. So, okay. And then the safety. So, one thing I have done, I ran at 3 a.m. one night. Why? I was trying to stay up for the Super Bowl because it was starting at like 5:30 our time, or something.
Oh, wow.
3:30 our time. So, anyway, I ran along the canal, and I've done that several mornings here, but running at 3 a.m. again, security was out. I didn't feel that it was different than running at maybe 8 p.m. in the evening. Maybe a little less people on the run, but then along the way are the cafes and the restaurants, and many people were still sitting there and enjoying, their moment as well. So
yeah,
didn't feel alone. And then I've also lost my cell phone twice over here, and it was retrieved within hours. One was in a public restroom, and it was there for like 6 hours. And then one was in the taxi, and that was retrieved within 2 hours. So
yeah, that's great. I actually lost my cell phone in an Uber one time, and it was retrieved back to me within like 20 minutes. It was amazing. Never, never. That thing would have been wiped clean and sold in a matter of seconds. Yes, we have a question.
About the safety. We were in Dubai, and I video my kids for that. We put it in a taxi, and we just talked to the whole thing, and kept on send them home. And this is how safe it is.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. You do feel super safe. Yeah, good to hear. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I think it's probably the safest city in the world. I don't know, maybe. Number
Dylan,
one,
what
number
took
two.
you there? What made you decide you wanted to be in Dubai? Had you spent a lot of time there before you actually made that move?
no, I've only had so I had a friend from kindergarten that has lived here for 15 years. And so I wasn't scared of Dubai, but, social media was a little bit less in the time that he was here. And of course, definitely more sand. All of Business Bay was not here in the time that he was here, just kind of getting started when he was leaving. But anyway, so I just certainly wasn't scared by watching his stuff. But then the Housewives of Dubai was another thing that that's interesting. And so, I watched that series a couple times, but I don't even watch TV, but I was so into that one. And then let's see. So then I ended up getting, okay, so there's 52,000 realtors in the Houston area. And with me doing the international business last year, I felt like, getting that designation certification would be a bit more helpful. And then I ended up applying for the global committee in Houston, and I was chosen to be and selected to be on that. So then Here I was with 30, and everyone is focused on different areas around the world, and no one had really, really been in Dubai from our Houston group. So anyway, I thought that was an area for me. One, because it also, the English is everywhere. I know I always had a love for Mexico, but I don't speak Spanish. So, Mexico being only 2 hours away, I thought that was, neat and convenient. But anyway, found this love here. I came here. I just knew that it was right. But again, following Brian Woods and hearing about that, it was something that led me here. And I don't have any regrets. So.
Well, Brian has led many people to Dubai, as he will continue to do so. But I'm sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt your presentation. I don't know if you wanted to pick up.
Just going still on why I love white flowers. I've always been in love with white flowers, and they're everywhere. So
Okay.
that's thing I wanted to mention. And then less visible trash cans. One thing here for me, it's been don't worry. You don't have to throw your plate away, and I'm just not used to that. But it's been kind of nice that it will be picked up for you. It's just kind of like the luxury of things here. And then no need to worry about additional tipping. It's kind of included in everything, so you don't have to spend time figuring that out. The restaurant waiters, they brought me a blanket. I don't think I've ever had that in the U.S., but anyway.
That's very nice. That's a nice thing if you're chilly.
Yes, because you're wearing light clothing, and then it gets chilly toward the evening, and you happen to be out there, but you don't want to leave, and then all of a sudden, no, they offer you a blanket to stay. So, okay, laid back culture and starting the day at the office has been a little bit later. So,
So your day starts later than that, because probably everybody stays up later at night because you're dealing with these cultures, everybody else's time zones.
Right, correct. So, that's been kind of nice, not rushing to be here at 7 or 8 in the morning.
So what time do you start?
Well, it's supposed to be 10, and
Okay.
it is more relaxed, but sometimes we're starting closer to 11, but still, always answering the phones and everything. But anyway, that's
Sure.
kind of
And then what time are you usually in the office till, or is Ayman usually in the office till at night?
Goodness, well, sometimes, we'll take breaks and leave for a little bit, but still then, it's been 9 o'clock or something,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be that way. It's something that, again, Ayman chooses, and of course I have as well. So,
Sure.
okay.
Oh, we had a question about the food.
Oh, yes, I'm getting there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that was even
Coming up, hold on.
I know this is minor, but the Quanta ice cream bars, like that was like, they had the coconut with the chocolate. I just found a love for that, to where, I don't know, the guys at the store see that I have loved it so much. They've even had them delivered to me, and they've been at my door even when I wasn't even there a couple times.
Wow. That was nice.
Baggie on the handle of my door. So I don't know, how that was sent, but anyway, that was just something. Okay, so 3-in-1 packets of Nescafe has been, a big thing here. It seems even Ayman has his own coffee pot sitting, by the desk. And then I did a room share for a couple of nights just recently, and again, my roommate there, she had her own little coffee pot that she brought, and even had brought 2 little cups, glasses, saucers, and everything, and there we had coffee for breakfast. So
Nice.
Not having a kitchen or anything, but right there. So okay, so chicken samosa. Chicken samosa has been my thing. I've never had it before in my life, and I can walk down, to the first floor, walk across the street, and get the chicken samosa from the it's a little market, but they have all the fresh food, and I was like, wasn't sure to try, but I didn't even see that they had that. But Yasser here in the office was going there daily, and I said, is it good? And he's from the same area as Pakistan. And anyway, he was like, it's absolutely wonderful. So I've had that and Kadak tea every day, or whatever, at least one of those. And then let's see, orange juice. Okay, so orange juice is made fresh, one in that shop, but also even in the metro station, in the machine, you can put, I think it's like 10 dirhams or something or less, and it'll make fresh squeezed orange juice right there in that machine. So
That's pretty cool. Nice to have.
Video of it, but okay, the Arabic restaurants with the lentil soup and the yogurt soup with the cucumber, their grilled chicken and vegetables, love it. And then the hummus, fresh hummus is outstanding here.
I'm sure.
And then So I love sitting outside and dining along the canal and the many restaurants, again, open 24/7. Okay, so then fireworks at all the events that I've been to, the 1 billion follower summit started out with fireworks, and then of course, Benghazi had them as well or whatever, but very nice. Okay, the high swings at Global Village, I'm into the high swings, so did that, took a video, loved it. So going on those, I mean, I can go on a list of things that I loved, and we didn't even get to the other questions yet. Memorable experiences. I don't know if you want more time on that, we can stay there.
We could go to memorable experiences.
Okay. Let's see. Memorable. Okay, so the towers. All the launches are masterpieces, and so well thought out, along with just all of it that they put into. One being at the Coca-Cola Arena, and then the other one being at the Maidan Horse Racetrack, which hosts the largest.
We've actually been there before. Brian and I were very close over there at White Dubai, the like
Yeah.
super fancy nightclub that's at the top there.
I didn't see that, but everything was so nice there.
So those releases, those launches, something like that, you attended that one? The one at the Coca-Cola?
Yes, I attended that one and a couple others, and so all of them are just over the top. Very,
So
very
a
nice.
lot of things are actually sold at that launch, or that's just showing you what's gonna be sold?
Correct. They show a model of the building, and they tend to have maybe even like 2 of those per month, I'm hearing, for each developer. So, again, I've only been here for about 6 weeks so far, and then anyway, I've been to.
Do you guys have to pay to go to those, or is that free?
No, it's free, and free food, and then
Free food
and back to the
and drinks?
Yes. So.
And drinks.
Okay, memorable. So that, and then the team dinner, we had an Egyptian team dinner. I loved it. Again, loved being with the team, but also that experience was neat. I had never done that before. And okay, the beach, back to that, clean water, clean beach, everything like that. Okay, challenges I've had. I don't know if you've seen, photos of my time here, but I've had hair issues. So
What's going on with your hair?
No one else has problems with it. I just had to, take some time to figure this out. But anyway, so the main thing is I'm hearing just conditioner. And, I thought I needed to go through oil treatments or whatever, but no, it's all about, the conditioner and even, leave-in conditioner and things like that.
Gotcha. Okay. So you having a hard time like finding a proper hairdresser?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
No, they're everywhere and they're open late. 11 p.m. So you can find them. It's just, finding the right thing that works for you. So
Yeah, life goes late there, right? Like things are just regular things that would close up here at like 6 or 7 or on till like 11, 12 there.
you're not having to rush there. So
Yeah, that's good. Okay, any other challenges in the real estate world have you seen? Like, how do you feel as a woman, as a woman there? Do you feel like you are respected and, appreciated?
completely. And walking into this office every day, everything. It's actually, it's almost like I've been valued a little bit. Like, wow, I am a working woman. That's impressive. So, it's just nice. People kind of do want to know a little bit of my story, maybe, and it's nice to be able to socialize with everyone on that. But I think I was going into something there, and I don't want to lose track. No, it's okay.
Yeah, is there any like level of having to cover yourself, like knees, shoulders, anything like that? I think sometimes there's a conception Americans have of, what it's going to be like to walk down the street in Dubai.
I thought there would be 2, but I brought 5 scarves and I have not used one. I thought I need to at least be carrying one in my purse, and I have not yet.
Okay.
Maybe first day or something, I carried it. I do know that if I go to a mosque, I need to have it with me.
Right.
And
And then-
Anna's got a question.
We have a question.
Yeah. By, work with, public protection.
Affection,
Public affection.
public affection. Do you see people kissing in public?
Holding hands.
So I really have not seen that. Holding hands, you know, maybe a couple times I've seen that, but, you know, I don't see too much of that. So
This is not like on the banks of the Seine in Paris, right? Not so much public affection.
not so much, but it's very nice, and it's not that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything negative in any way. Like everything's positive. It's
Okay,
so nice.
hold on, we have a comment.
On a business, you know, perspective, how do you read that? Do you agree with the statement? Because I'm a bit consultant.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that. She was asking, whenever you're meeting somebody for like a business meeting, what is the common way? Like, I know here, I'm a very huggy, kissy person. I'm gonna like give you a nice hug. Are you shaking hands? Are you like, how is the common greeting?
So, so it's been different. You know, I'm hearing, you know, from different people. So, but for the meetings here in the office, I've done a little bit of both. It's been a handshake as well, but I'm not quite sure what it really is proper, but I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. So,
Well, that's good. You probably would know if you had.
well, I kind of also, you know, just because I've seen, you know, because there's so many different cultures here that some things
Yeah.
are not, depending on who.
Kind
you
of
are.
like being in Florida where we've got like people from everywhere that come here. I think Dubai is very similar in that aspect, that it's not so much locals, it's people from all over the world.
I've just kind of observed, or you know, just you know, have been open to what I thought, you know,
Take their
that-
lead.
Got another
We have
question
another
from Anna.
comment or question.
For the rest of the and other people, I mean, international people. So do you interact a lot with the locals, or do they
Yes.
remain left to themselves?
Yes, I talk to everyone. And at first I felt like, you know, maybe I wasn't, I don't know, maybe I wasn't approached or something, you know, but as soon as, I don't know what broke that, but I just feel like eventually maybe people were seeing me daily on the canal or whatever. And then, you know, eventually, you know, warmed up to me. And then, so yes, I talk because I want to know. And then, you know, where are you from? Where are you living? How long have you been here? You know, I'm not sure if it's so appropriate to always ask where you're from, but it's come natural in my conversations, and I've
It's a very
gotten to know-
American thing to do. We all
I've
do
gotten
that.
got to know so much more, you know, where to go and what to do by talking to everyone. So, and then, you know, I'm here. I mean, I let them know I want to talk. So I'm here alone. So, I mean, I, you know, it's been nice to be able to socialize with everyone. So,
Sure, that's very bold of you, might I say,
It
to go
is.
there alone.
It's quite a transition.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's get to essentials to bring real fast. What do we bring when we go to Dubai?
all right. So, okay. First of all, some people forget their bathing suits when they go places. Bring your bathing suit. It's so nice to get in and enjoy that water. Okay, sun hat, sunscreen. I know it's going to start getting warmer here, and I even had a little sunburn just from last Saturday being out there. And so I would say definitely, you know, bring it. If not, you can buy it here, no problem. But the conditioner for the hair, I'm going back to that. And then 2 or 3 pairs of sunglasses. Always have a backup on your glasses or your sunglasses, whether, you know, keep them in separate places. Comfortable shoes, crossbody bag for either, you know, whoever. And then I was gonna say, carry your passport. Take it everywhere, every day. Plan to carry it every day.
You need to show it sometimes, like it just throughout the
Any-
day?
Well, okay, so if you want to get the SIM card for your phone, you'll need it at the phone store. Any place that you check into to stay, residential, you need it for every place that you check into. They'll want to see.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable giving them, carrying your passport? Do you feel comfortable doing that? I mean, most people put it into a safe as soon as they arrive in a different country.
I think I'm a bit more carefree with it, more than I should be, and I've even been told that before. So, not here necessarily. That's everywhere I've been. You know, can't believe, you know, that I'm not free with it. But I'm just trying to say, have a good, you know, protected place to try to keep it on you. Because I'm here, I've almost needed to use it every day.
Right. Right.
But why? Because that was another of the challenges. I didn't get, I had two. It was one on the hair, and then two, the fact that I did not book one place to stay this whole time. So I've done some weekly, and then I've done some 2 or 3 nights. So back to the real estate part of that, in the beginning, earlier January, and then into February, it was fine. But then I waited to the last minute this week, and that's where I found myself having to find share a room, because everything was booked. It was the food and commodities event this week, which is huge. But everything around here is booked. Everyone who owns property is doing very well. I almost wanted to show a screenshot to you all of what the prices were, a month ago, compared to.
Well, can you tell us? Can you tell us weekly, what was it in January and what is it now?
Basically, it's tripled. So, like one night in the same place in January was $100, and now it's 300.
Wow.
So is this considered a season then? Because why? Because it's tripled? Is it a
Would this
quote
be
unquote
your high
season?
season?
It's definitely, yes, it's the season, the weather is great. So
Yeah.
of course, the new part of the year and going into spring, it's all of these big events. I went to Fashion Week while I was here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was just another thing that came in, and there's all these different things. And I don't know, there's supposed to be a list somewhere. I haven't found it of all the stuff going on. And so that's one other thing about Dubai and owning property here is I think that there are so many conventions and whatever that it's just continuous events to be renting out your properties.
Fashion Week? Fashion Week? Really? Well, that sounds like it was fun, I'm sure. What are some of your favorite expressions?
Oh, yes. Okay. Let me see. I need to probably go back to I didn't write those down here. Let me go back to the,
I'm sorry, you don't have to do that one.
no, it's okay. So, inshallah, I just said like, what, God be with you. God bless you. God bless
Inshallah.
you. What, yeah, inshallah. Then, assalamu alaikum. Tell me what that really means.
Peace upon you.
Peace upon you. And they take off the first part. It's like salam alaikum. So, like they don't leave all. I've learned that some things are just a bit more cut short or whatever. So then so one of those is Habibi. We hear my friend, my sweet, my friend, whatever. But the guys call each other Habib. So again, back to something short. And then
Is Eamon calling you Habibti or is he calling you Habibi?
Dylan.
Dylan, that's it.
Just
Dylan,
Dylan.
have a meeting. Dylan, we have money.
For him, one sec. And I said, Iman, that tells me like just wait one sec. But you're telling me to come here for 1 sec.
Right. It's confusing. Yalla.
To tell him things that he said. So we've had some differences on that we've had to clarify. And anyway, so we've had some fun times. But okay, so yalla, goodbye, yalla. And then cheers. Cheers means goodbye here. Not salute alcohol and happy hour and toasting and whatever, but it's cheers, goodbye.
Goodbye.
You end the phone call. Yes, bye, cheers. Okay, and enjoy. Enjoy enjoy the rain. It rained. They shut down everything, because we were getting rain, and then we're taking time off to enjoy. We're enjoying the rain. So leave it. So that's something I'm not used to. Leave your plate, leave your drink, leave your cup, whatever. It's okay. It'll be picked up. Leave it. You leave it on the table. So
Good to know.
I'm still looking around for trash cans, but I guess I'm wasting time by doing that. Time is money. So
There you go. So there's like no trash cans anywhere.
there are. It's very few, and they're harder to see because they blend in with the beautiful, luxurious environment. So
Yes.
yeah. So
Okay.
and then one thing here was the Lexus for the Uber, the basic Uber. It's kind of a minimum to be a Lexus. And then again, it was equipped with tissues and phone chargers and snacks and drinks. And maybe not everyone has all of those, but they're all clean and having,
And cheap, right? They're very inexpensive.
Oh, yes. They're the same as the taxi.
Yeah. We just have a question from Dana Gibson. Hi, Dana. Dana's asking, is tipping a part of the culture?
Okay, so that was coming up next. So, okay, so tipping, it's already included in all of the restaurant tickets, so you don't have to add it.
What about like the guy that takes your luggage or the doorman?
Right now, so, you know, one in particular has just gone above and beyond. Most places don't like to store, since I've moved around a lot, they don't like to store your luggage, you know, because these are apartment complexes and whatever. So one in particular has, oh no, absolutely, you can keep it here all week. And that came in handy this week when I think I've been in 4 places.
When you did have a place.
So,
Is there a standard rate that they put on, like 18% when you're gratuity before you have finished your dinner and all that? They put it on the check. Is that like a standard percentage? Like it's 18, 20, 25% or anything like that?
yes, it is. It's 5%.
That,
What is it?
what are the taxes?
VAT
Okay,
tax.
okay. Oh, it's, yeah, okay, so it's not delineated. Okay, I got you, okay.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to add something about the Uber real fast. So the last time we were there, I ordered an Uber and it was kind of far. It was like maybe a 20-minute drive. So they had like the Uber regular, the basic, there was like the Uber Black, the Uber XL, and then there was a helicopter. So if I wanted to take a helicopter, I could in an Uber. I'm like, are you kidding me? I so should have done that. Next time I'm gonna do that for sure. Was that, I honest, it wasn't that much, but it was per person. It was like $325. Was it 250? Might have been 250. Yeah. Yeah. So I would have done it just to say I did it. Yeah. So. All right. So these are some fun shots of you, Delin in Dubai.
Yep, so. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can explain them all, but anyway, Miracle Garden, that was huge. That's where the heart with the flowers. And the one thing about Miracle Garden is it's not open all year round. From what I understand, they start all over with those flowers because they don't make it through the summer. So every year.
Oh, yeah. So just in the winter time, maybe it's open.
The red, I don't know. It's standing out at me. But anyway, we had just gotten our Go logo and I happened to be wearing that day, but anyway.
Oh, cute. Yeah, that's cute.
And
Very
that,
nice.
I think the first photo was just that's in front of the Museum of the Future. I'm not sure if everyone knows about that, but that really is a building you go in and the roof even opens. Amazing. So
It wasn't, I think it had just opened when we were there and we didn't get a chance to go in there. We have one comment. I think that's in the Burj Al Arab, isn't it?
which one?
It's it's in the Burj Al Arab, which is the hotel that looks like a sail. And up top, they have a helipad. And on that helipad, they do their tennis tournaments. Yeah, it's like on the, 40th floor. How freaking scary. Yes,
I haven't seen that one yet, so I wasn't sure.
it is a 7-star hotel. Yeah, the Burj Al Arab, I think, is the world's only 7-star hotel, which I actually posted that. If any of you guys saw my thing on Facebook about this event, I posted several pictures from there. It was an amazing hotel. Absolutely. Just
7 stars.
7 stars. I didn't stay there. I just walked in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and had a drink. I did have a drink or two. Yeah. Okay, so,
Ready.
all right, Delin, I think we have to start wrapping up a little bit. Do you have anything? Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to, oh, we got a video.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Delin Martinez, an international real estate broker from Houston, Texas, with over 2 decades of real estate experience. I'm on the global committee with the Houston Association of Realtors. I'm also with Global Opportunities Real Estate in Dubai, UAE, a division of Global Opportunities Group. We have a wide range of global investors and homebuyers who are very interested in investing in Dubai, UAE. We also work with realtors from around the world to promote the Dubai real estate market more. We are very passionate about educating people and making sure they have more than enough knowledge and information on the Dubai real estate market. Feel free to reach out and let's discuss investment opportunities and more specifically, Dubai opportunities. Once again, Delynn Martinez with Global Opportunities Real Estate.
Lynn, thank you. This has been a wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much.
This is the last video for Dylan Azizi Venice. Just one extra minute.
Okay. 1 extra minute.
Hi, I'm Delynn Martinez, an international real estate broker from Houston, Texas, and I am partnered with Global Opportunities Real Estate here in Dubai. Today, I am at the sales office of Azizi Venice with Azizi Developments, and I'm standing in front of the model of Azizi Venice. Azizi Venice emerges as a masterpiece in the heart of Dubai South, a luxury waterfront community spanning 336 acres near the Al Maktoum International Airport. This opulent haven seamlessly integrates residential, business, educational, and healthcare domains, adorned with 40 acres of lush parks, serene beaches, and charming boardwalks. Each residential building will have its own infinity pool overlooking the Crystal Lagoon, and there will be a mansion island to epitomize luxury living. Direct access to the future Dubai Metro Station and proximity to the city's focal points, renowned malls, and entertainment hubs position Azizi Venice as an ideal home. 1800 state-of-the-art opera house, a climate-controlled pedestrian retail boulevard, and Crystal Lagoon access for all buildings. A children's water theme park and diverse sports and leisure options enrich the experience. We are in the Azizi Venice 2-bedroom apartment model. Azizi Venice invites you to own a piece of this symphony of dreams, offering a variety of apartments from studios to 1, 2, and 3-bedroom residences. Immerse yourself in the elegance and grandeur of Azizi Venice, where dreams find their perfect harmony.
Very nice, Dylan and Eamon. Could you tell us real quick the pricing again? I know you mentioned it somewhere along the way, that what you just showed us. So what does Eamon know, if he's still standing there, what a 2-bed, 2-bath apartment in Azizi Venice would go for, the cheapest one?
Studio, $160,000 starting price. 1-bedroom, I would say $200,000 starting price. And 2-bedroom will go, I would say, $280,000 to $300,000.
Perfect.
If the
Okay.
objective of the purchase is investment, which happen to be in 90% of the cases, then we always encourage our people to go for 1-bedroom.
Okay.
So you find
Reasonable
those
prices, good way to flip and to earn capital appreciation.
Okay, perfect,
Thank you.
awesome, thank you.
One other question? I'm sorry, go ahead.
It appeared that it was maybe farther out. How far out was that Venice property?
From the city center.
It was about 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Is the transportation easy to get back into the middle of the city?
Yes, it will be, but I'm not
Where, from where? From Venice?
from Venice.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, because there will be a metro line. So you'll be having access to local transportation. And you are 15 minutes away to Al Maktoum Airport, which is an international airport, and you are only 20 minutes to do Dubai Expo. So remember, at the end of the day, Azizi Venice is a community. So you'll be having all sort of transportation within the community to allow you to go to the center in and out.
Like Lakewood Ranch.
Right. Did you have a
Okay,
question?
thank you,
over
we have
here?
another question. Can you tell us about the HOA on like a sample of a project like that? What would the HOA fees be like?
So I'm kind of finding that most of the HOAs are about $80 to $100 per square foot. So if your unit is only, 500 square feet, it's about $500 a year.
A year, okay,
Wow.
that's very reasonable.
I think we have one more question. Elna?
Let's say there's an investor that's ready to buy right now, but they have to come in and sign the paperwork.
No.
Did you hear the question was, if we had an investor that is ready to buy and invest tomorrow, would he have to come to Dubai, he or she have to come to Dubai and sign? Or is there a way, what would the process be?
Everything goes virtually.
You can do it
We-
all virtually.
Only thing we ask for is a Zoom meeting where we clarify the objective of the investment so we can make sure that they are getting the deal that they are aiming for.
But they can sign the purchase agreement online.
Everything goes virtually.
Okay.
And the wire happened in less than 36 hours because we have an escrow in the US under Go. And also the developer in Dubai has an escrow for the project where the client is purchasing their unit.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much. Again, we appreciate we appreciate everything you've
Oh, wait,
taught us.
we
one
have more
sorry.
questions.
Where's that
Okay.
question? We got to move on.
He'll be
Okay.
short, he'll be short. Can we just answer the questions real fast, Denise, please, real quick? We already did that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do
Oh.
other questions.
Dave, can you pull it?
No, those are old ones. I couldn't.
Okay, I think we are finished.
Good, okay.
Again, thank you. We appreciate your participation. It's been wonderful.
Those are old.
That was
Okay.
all over.
Is
Okay,
it-
folks, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
again.
guys. Thank you.
Appreciate
Good
it.
night from
Thanks so
Dubai.
much. Thank you.
All righty. Well, we've heard so much about Brian Woods. He's coming next, and I'll give you just
The
a little bit about
famous-
Brian. He's an owner at Team Global Realty Partners, Dubai specialist and NARC IPS trainer. For almost 20 years, Brian has worked with real estate investors and agents in many different capacities. His experience in real estate investing, commercial and real estate financing, insurance, association management, property management, and project management is very diverse. He is passionate about helping people build wealth through real estate. Having an IT background, extensively traveling the world certainly helps differentiate him from other real estate professionals, giving him a huge advantage. He takes pride in working with both domestic and international clients. Welcome.
Thank you.
Brian Woods.
In the interest of time, let me ask you this. What questions do you have right now that maybe you haven't asked already? Visas.
Yeah.
As far as you want to go there,
If I want to go there, I'm assuming it's visitor visa, but if any residential visa, except for the goal.
yeah. So, if you want to go there, if you are, let's say, a US citizen, right? I don't want to make any assumptions on anybody, but if you're a US citizen or many other, citizens from around the world, you don't need a visa at all. No, just a passport to be able to go there. Now, typically 90 days or so. If you know, and depending on what you're doing, you can have, a longer, stay, but you're gonna want to get a different, visa for that.
Are you limited in amount of time you can stay as a visitor?
I
90
think it's
days.
about 90 days.
90 days,
yeah.
okay.
Which is pretty typical around
Right,
most of the world like that. Yes, there are some countries, that will need visas to, be able to go there. But in general, the UAE is very, very, open. So one thing that I want to make sure that I clarify, Dubai is a city, right? It's an emirate. Not, a lot of times people may, confuse that with, hey, I'm going to Dubai, the country. Well, there's no Dubai, the country, right? So it's a city, one of the, seven that's out there. Question?
Maybe I just want to have an information.
Yeah.
How much do you think it's cost to go, let's say, one way to Dubai?
Okay, well, great that you asked that. I couldn't,
Great question.
I'll pay you later for that. Nice transition right there. We actually have a trade mission that Iman alluded to earlier. We actually have flyers on that for those of you that are here. For those of you that are joining us on Zoom, we'll make sure that you get the flyers as well. But April 22nd through the 27th, we're actually doing a trade mission there. Nice and simple for you to be able to plug in and get the full experience. So we're not only going to be doing Dubai, we'll also go to Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. Also Ras Al Khaimah, so you'll actually get 3 of the Emirates, while you're there. Cultural experiences, yacht, safari, being able to go see some of the developments that are there as well. So the whole idea is this is a well-rounded trip for you to be able to understand what Dubai is really all about, right? If you're going single, it does include your accommodation. as well. The only thing that we don't get into is your airfare, because you like to come from different places and go to different places, and you have your own favorite airlines and all of that. But I will echo exactly what Lori said earlier. If you are gonna come from here, my suggestion would be Emirates.
Go to
You can
Orlando.
do it a direct flight either from Orlando or a direct flight from Miami. Either one, they fly direct. And you're looking at roughly 15 hours or so, direct flight. But on Emirates, Coach doesn't seem like Coach, so.
No, it doesn't at all, for sure. And I'll just say real quick, Brian, I'm just gonna interrupt you. Like I mentioned before, we did a mission trip with Brian, similar to this, what he's doing. This one's gonna be more. It's gonna be like way more than what we did, but it was an amazing way to visit that area and feel like you're with a group, like you're with a group of like-minded people, realtors. You're going to be able to write this trip off. You're going to be able to do as much as you want business-wise. He offers a lot on the business level, but a lot on the cultural level as well. We did the safari experience where you go and you see like the live shows and a camel ride, and you do the SUV, like surfing through the sand dunes. That was super cool. And then he's going to do a yacht cruise in the evening through the, along the water where you see all the lights at night. So it's really an amazing opportunity. I would highly recommend it if anybody's interested in experiencing Dubai, to go with Brian.
And part of this that we're also going to do as this to help you be able to tell the story is we'll also have video and film crew there as well for being able to help you, kind of memorialize your own trip, but to also help you be able to tell the story. Because at the end of the day, you guys are realtors. You guys have customers and clients that are interested in buying. I say $160,000.
Yeah.
And you say, where around Sarasota? Or Manatee, right? You're talking that closet over there in Lakewood Ranch, right? So you've got opportunities for people that you already have, maybe they want to get investing, right? The other thing that I really want to point out, and you heard me say it in the video here, you don't have to have all the money right now. There's a payment plan along the way, regardless of whether you want to flip, which you can't do with developers here, right? They don't allow us to do that here, but we can do that in Dubai. So if you make that payment plan along the way, you're at roughly 50% or so of the monies that's required for that actual property transaction. You're able to sell that. Well, if it has appreciated on the total value by say 10 to 20%, right? Let's just say 10% on the bottom end. If it's already appreciated on the total property value 10% and you're only in it for 50%, that's 20% on your money.
Who takes the title?
You take the title yourself or, in a company. So Jimmy talked about, foundations, right? There's also, there's free, there's the free zone, there's the Dubai local, opportunities. There's also offshore companies. So there's a number of different ways to do this, to be able to take title. One other thing that we've been helping people with is I talk a lot about self-directed retirement accounts. You also can take your 401k or your IRA or, those types of funds to be able to purchase in Dubai as well. So you've got different ways that you can do things, just like you would purchase real estate here with your self-directed retirement account. That can also be leveraged internationally as well. Yeah, so, great question. Is it all dollar closings? Technically, it's Emirati Dirham, but let me kind of go along the lines, I think, of where you're going with that. The Emirati Dirham is $3.67. So it's basically fixed, right? Pegged. So 3.67, one US dollar is 3.67 Emirati Dirham. So, if you, to make things simple, if you just, want to divide by 3 or divide by 4, you'll get in the middle of that. But, so when you're seeing $1 million and we've got some stuff up here that's laminated, if you want to look at like Azizi and stuff, when we're talking about $1 million dirham up here, we're talking about less than $300,000. Again, less than $300,000 is where around here? right? So you've got options to be able to help other people and help people that you normally would have to say, well, I don't have anything for you. I want to get started in investing. How do I do that? I've got, $50,000. Well, that doesn't get you very far here or in a lot of the rest of the places.
Just a quick question. What did you say that they appreciate? How do you, when you invest, does it take is it pretty quick that you can gain?
Well, it is pretty quick. So you actually heard Delenn talk about demand, right? I mean, even right now, how do you get, I mean, she's having, trouble last minute anyway, right? Of even booking a place to stay, right? Because of the demand of what's going on. But there's so much, you also heard her say that, hey, these developers are typically launching 2 or 3 projects at any given time. Well, the reason why they're doing that is because there's such a demand there. One of the things that happened, and unfortunately it got delayed by 1 year, was Expo 2020. Of course, y'all remember 2020 very vividly, right? The year of not going anywhere. So 2021 became Expo 2020, which really put Dubai even more on the map because that was the World Expo. Build a new airport, you hear, so, Venice as an example, 45 minutes away from city center, but you're 20 minutes away from, the international airport, right? People coming in, people going out. If you're trying to go in and out, that's the type of thing that you want, right? It's nice to be able to go down the road to the local airport as opposed to have to go to Orlando or Miami every time we go for a
Are
flight.
these commuters that are out at this new project you're talking about?
Commuters as well. So, the nice thing is part of that entire vision and what's about to come to like Venice is the metro.
Oh.
So, I mean, you're gonna be connected all the way there. The office that they were in, so the Global Opportunities office is a 5-minute walk from Dubai Mall.
Which is
Which
crazy,
is
amazing
like the
location.
hub of
everything.
everything, right? So that's in Business Bay. So, you have the ability to go all over. You have Ubers and taxis and stuff like that.
And helicopters.
And helicopters, yeah. It already exists in some places. I don't know right off the top of my head for in front of Venice exactly, but it won't take long. So it's kind of funny because the question was about bank accounts earlier and how long does it take and what does it take? It's not easy to open a bank account. And I joke about this because, where we would go down to the, insert bank name here, right? And we say, I want to open a bank account. And, 30 minutes after we assign some know your customer, forms and all of that, you give them their money, you have a bank account, right? Maybe even less than that. If you're already an existing client, maybe, 10, 15 minutes down the line. It's not that simple in Dubai. You pretty much need to have residency in order to do that.
And a job.
Yeah.
And a job.
Well, and a job. So, and this kind of goes back to the visa question. So I'm going to tie that into all of this. You've got to be able to prove, that you should be there, that you should have a bank account and all of that. If you're not, if you're just going over there as a traveler going over there, you're not getting bank. It takes typically around 30+ days in general to get a bank account. You have to prove so many different things that are there. And that's, there are services and ways of being able to help expedite some of that stuff so you don't have to figure all of that out by yourself. But on the flip side, the question was asked about visas and they touched on the golden visa if you have extraordinary abilities. If you have, about $550,000 that you want to stick in a property or have it sit in an account. I don't know why you would want to have it sit in an account when you could have it in a property doing something for you, but nevertheless, they give you that option. But at a lower amount, you can get a property visa that's at just over $200,000 of investment. So, when you're thinking $200,000, that's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. So now you have the ability to keep having that residency visa there. Outside of that, yes, you can get a visa for a work visa. You can get a virtual, employment visa. If you're a business owner over there, you can get a visa. Those types of visas are typically 2 or 3 years renewable, but 2 or 3 years of validity on those. So they want to make it easy for people to be able to come. The Dubai Land Department, which is the government body in charge of real estate, has really gone to great lengths to open the doors to transparency. Every transaction that happens is reported out there. You can get right on your laptop or your iPhone or what have you and look at everything that's there. So, you know, when that level of transparency is there, it gives people a lot of confidence. The secondary market, so we talked a lot about the primary market off plan with developers. The secondary market, if you're doing a resale transaction, all of those are smart contracts. They're all done on the system. So imagine that your FAR contract was identical for everybody everywhere, right? And there are specific contracts that are done that way directly in the government system. So they have all the information right there.
Question is, you mentioned the 22nd to the 27th of April.
Yes.
Rachel, can you tell us a little bit of it, what is included?
Yeah, so your hotel's included. We actually have flyers for it up here, but your hotel's included. Going to different developers, so you can see some of the projects and things like that. Safari, a number of different cultural experiences, so you can get familiar with that. A yacht cruise going to Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah, which are 2 other Emirates. Abu Dhabi being the capital of the UAE. Having some social gatherings and stuff like that. But one thing that I'm always very cognizant of anytime that we do a trade mission is to make sure that you also have some time to yourself too. So there's also some time in there for you to be able to
Go to the Gold
shopping,
Star and maybe.
or just want to chill or have a meeting with somebody or what have you.
Go to a beach
for you to be
club.
able to do that.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would want to arrive on the day before, basically.
God, you'd have to have a little R&R.
The airfare is not. Yeah, so
Hotel's
the
included.
hotel during the whole piece is included. If you want to stay more, either before or after, let us know. If you want to stay at the same hotel, and we can get you a
That makes
discount
sense.
for that. That would be
Yeah.
extra at that point.
No.
No.
So arriving, we'll actually tell you exactly when it's all in, so we'll tell you exactly what is included, right? As far as this night through this night is included, right? So yeah, you're gonna have to show up before it starts, right? So that's included, but if you come earlier or you stay later, that's not gonna be included.
So like the flight leaves at like 6 p.m. and you arrive around 7:30 the next day, which is really great, in my opinion, because when you get there at like 7:30, now you're like excited. You're like, super excited to be there, 7:30 p.m. the next night. So you just stay up till like 2, which is easy because you're like pumped to go. So you go to dinner, you go maybe have a drink somewhere, you take a walk along the canal, whatever. And if you go to sleep at 2 o'clock, then you sleep for like 7 hours, you're up at like 9, 10 the next day, you're ready to go and you're back on. It's like nothing ever happened. Swear to God. Say that again?
22nd.
Correct,
It's the
exactly.
22nd,
Yeah, so if
yeah.
you left on the 21st at 6 p.m., you would arrive at 7:30 on the 22nd. I would personally do it the day before, but
Yeah, you'd have to do it, yeah.
yeah.
Brian, would you like me to pull up your video for the trade mission?
Sure.
Oh, Eamon, you're still here. Hi.
Thank you for staying.
It is my business partner. I have to stay here.
Aw.
Any other questions for Brian while we've got him here? Oh,
Hi, I'm Brian Woods, the Global Business Director of Global Opportunities Group of Companies in Global Opportunities Real Estate. I'm thrilled to invite you to join us on our upcoming trade mission to Dubai. It's scheduled for April 22nd through the 27th of 2024. We're going to be doing all sorts of fun things. We have your hotel accommodation included as part of the package. We'll be looking and going to different Dubai developments, seeing open houses, having a Dubai safari, and all sorts of other cultural experiences for you to be able to immerse yourself in the culture and understand how things operate. We'll also have a yacht cruise, and we're not only just going to Dubai, we'll also include the Emirates of Abu Dhabi, which is the capital of the United Arab Emirates, and also Ras Al Khaimah, so you can get a little feel for how things work in different areas, different Emirates. We'll have a dinner, we'll have some other meals that are included, and also some free time for you to be able to do things and explore on your own, as well as some surprises thrown in. Everybody likes surprises, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing you April 22nd through 27th in Dubai. Go ahead and register today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are here to support you in all of your Dubai real estate needs.
Brian's going to stick around for a little while to answer questions.
If you're in the room and you want to ask other questions, you can certainly do that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
you.
Thank you to our panelists and our speakers, to Brian for being here, and to Lori and Glo for moderating and getting us through it smoothly. We have Shirley who wants to come up and give away her prize. So just stick around for a moment so she can do that. And then as soon as we give the prize away, you guys are welcome to go and get your wine and cheese. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to you everybody online. Anybody who wants to rewatch this or replay will be available at the end of next week. Okay. All right. If anybody needed to give their card, she's last chance. Oh, look at that.